Hi, this is Richard C. I'm a math tutor here at Wyzant, solving a problem submitted by a student. Um, this is a roof of a house here, and they want to know the height of the roof. So the full width of the house here is 49, and then these dimensions are the two edges of the roof, and they want to know the height. Whenever I'm looking at right triangles, my thoughts first go to SOHCAHTOA. And you might be thinking, well, how in the world could we use SOHCAHTOA here? And so I'm going to show you a SOHCAHTOA solution, which I think is the best route to take here. I'm just going to change colors here. And I'm going to call this X. And then this one would be 49 minus X, because this whole thing is 49. So based on that, now I can write X squared plus H squared equals 19 squared. So that's from the left-hand triangle. And from the right-hand triangle, I can write 49 minus x squared plus h squared equals 45 squared. And now I can subtract the upper equation from the lower equation. I'm going to get 49 minus x squared minus x squared is 45 squared minus 19 squared. Okay, so we're going to FOIL this out. 49 times 49 is 2401 minus 49 times 2 is 98. And 45 squared minus 19 squared, according to my calculator, is 1664. Okay, so the x's go away here, which leaves me with negative 98x. And I'm going to bring over that 2401. So negative 2401 plus 1664. Where do I have that on my notes? Is negative 737. And divide both sides by negative 98. And you get x's. I'm going to just round it to 7.5. So this is not so wonderful, but it's not so terrible either. Now we know that this length is 7.5, and we can use Pythagorean theorem to find h. So let's go back, change colors again. So 19 squared equals 7.5 squared plus h squared. And so 19 squared is 361. And I'm not going to do 7.5 exactly. I'm going to use what I have on my calculator for the answer. And I'm going to square that. And this gives me 56.56, say. You know, there are no rounding instructions in this problem, so So h squared is going to be 304.44 roughly, and so h is going to be roughly 17.44. Okay, so we found this is 7.5 here, and we found h is 17, roughly 17.5. And, you know, it looks believable. Obviously, I'm not drawing this to scale, but it seems like a reasonable number, 17.5. And that's the way to do it with SOHCAHTOA, with Pythagorean theorem. So, you know, it's either going to be a SOHCAHTOA approach, or I said at the beginning a SOHCAHTOA approach. In this case, it's a Pythagorean theorem approach. But you know, we could have come up with some sort of SOHCAHTOA approach, but I misspoke earlier, and it's just a Pythagorean. So we're using a system of equations created by Pythagorean theorem. So those are the two things you think about, obviously, with a right triangle, SOHCAHTOA and Pythagorean theorem. And don't give up on them right away when you first look at something, because it may not be simple and direct. It might be a little bit more involved. But when you sort of noodle around with the idea, I think you would see that you could build a system of equations and solve it. Okay, so that's it for this problem. I'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.